In Douglas County tonight, we are learning more about the two people who were found murdered in a garage and the man being blamed for their deaths. This man, Casey Devol, is accused of killing his sister and her longtime partner. He was arrested last night in Kansas, hundreds of miles from where the victims' bodies were found. Alan Janae following the story for us tonight. Alan, people close to both the victims and the suspect say this is tragic all the way around.
Well, Karen, what's emerging now is a picture of the victims loved by friends, as well as one of the suspect, and a lot of blurred lines. Casey Devol could waive an extradition hearing tomorrow morning when he has a court hearing in Salina, Kansas, where he was captured. That would mean he would come back to Colorado sooner to face charges. Detectives from Douglas County are already there in Salina and have talked with him to try and gain some understanding. Casey Devol's mugshot at a Kansas jail shows a man blamed for the killing of his own sister in a twisted plot yet to be unraveled.
I was shocked to see that he could do this.
Come on. A neighbor to Devol said she had found him helpful, upfront, honest.
My initial reaction is it just seemed extremely out of character from the person that I know.
Sean Bristol knew the two victims well. Devol's sister, Jessica Mitchell, known as Jess, and Brian Todd Gray, who went by Todd. Jess and Todd had 4 children between them who were not living with the couple in their custody at the ranch south of Franktown when detectives say the killings happened.
I want those kids to know they have 4 beautiful children. There was some situations just of recent where the children were impacted, and I just hope that someday they can look back on this and see and hear that their parents were loving.
Devol, they say, is the man captured in this image around the time of the killings late Monday or early Tuesday. Another friend tells CBS 4 there was angry conflict between the couple and Casey Devol a year or so ago, but what it was about was not clear, with so much yet uncovered.
Just terrible. An individual that seemed semi-normal could step and do this.
Bristol's dog, Cleo, was staying with Jess and Todd at the time of the killings and was also shot and killed. Now, the Douglas County Sheriff's Office says it's not yet ready to tell me what the motive may have been in this case. First thing they say is to get Devol back here to Colorado. He could challenge that extradition, and that would likely mean a delay in coming back. In Castle Rock, I'm Alan Janae, covering Colorado First.